If you truly want to build wealth, influence, and long-term success, you must first understand one powerful truth. Your life today is the result of your thoughts yesterday. In the classic book As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, this idea is explored with striking clarity. Written in 1903, yet still relevant in today's digital economy, this short book delivers a principle that underlies achievement in business, leadership, and financial independence. Thought is the root of character, circumstance, and destiny. Let's break this down in practical terms. James Allen begins with a simple analogy. The mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of discipline, vision, and courage, you harvest opportunity and growth. If you allow weeds like doubt, fear, and resentment to grow unchecked, your life reflects that disorder. In the context of networking and cash flow, this is critical. Many people want financial freedom, but internally they rehearse thoughts of scarcity. They say they want expansion, yet they constantly think about risk, failure, and limitation. According to Allen, this contradiction guarantees mediocrity. Your external results mirror your internal beliefs. If you think like an employee, you will remain dependent on income. If you think like a value creator, you begin building assets. If you think like a leader, opportunities align around you. Thought precedes action, and action compounds into results. Allen argues that character is not formed by chance. It is formed by repeated thinking. Every time you dwell on a particular idea, you reinforce a mental pathway. Over time, that pathway becomes your personality, and personality drives decisions. In business, decisions determine outcomes. If someone constantly thinks, "I'm not ready," they hesitate. If someone thinks, "I will find a way," they experiment. One mindset contracts, the other expands. This is not motivational fluff. It is psychological cause and effect. Allen also addresses circumstances. Many people blame their environment for their lack of success. They blame the economy, competition, background, or connections. While circumstances matter, Allen insists they are not the primary cause of a person's condition. Instead, circumstances reveal the person. Pressure exposes mindset. When markets crash, one person panics and retreats. Another sees discounted opportunity. The event is the same. The interpretation differs. That interpretation comes from thought patterns cultivated long before the crisis. If you want strong cash flow, you must cultivate strong thinking before financial stress arrives. Another core message from As a Man Thinketh is responsibility. Allen states that we attract what we are, not what we want. That line alone can transform how you approach business and relationships. If you want high-level partnerships, become high-level in discipline and integrity. If you want trust, become trustworthy. If you want profitable networks, provide measurable value. Your mental framework determines the quality of people and opportunities you attract. Next, Allen moves into the relationship between thought and purpose. He emphasizes that aimlessness leads to weak outcomes. A drifting mind produces drifting results. In entrepreneurship, clarity is leverage. When you define a definite purpose, whether it's building recurring income, mastering a skill, or expanding your influence, your thoughts begin organizing around that aim. Decisions become aligned. Distractions lose power. Purpose filters noise. Without it, you react to everything. With it, you move strategically. Allen also makes a powerful link between thought and health. Stress, bitterness, and chronic anxiety weaken the body. Calmness, focus, and discipline strengthen it. For high performers building networks and managing investments, this matters. Your mind affects your stamina, and stamina affects execution. He then explores achievement. According to Allen, every accomplishment starts as a thought. Before a company is built, before a contract is signed, Before a deal is negotiated, it exists as an idea sustained with conviction. Weak thought produces weak action. Strong thought produces decisive action. But here's the critical distinction. Sustained thought matters more than momentary motivation. Many people feel inspired temporarily. Few maintain disciplined thinking daily. Consistency of thought creates consistency of income. Allen also explains that suffering often comes from misaligned thinking. When your habits contradict your goals, frustration follows. For example, wanting wealth but avoiding skill development. Wanting influence but fearing visibility. Wanting growth but resisting discomfort. The internal conflict manifests as stagnation. Resolve the conflict at the thought level, and behavior aligns naturally. One of the most practical lessons in this book is the power of calmness. Allen describes calmness as strength. In negotiations, in leadership, in volatile markets, the calm thinker has advantage. Emotional reactivity clouds judgment. When your thoughts are steady, your decisions are precise. In networking, this translates to confidence without arrogance, listening without insecurity, negotiating without desperation. Calmness communicates competence, and competence attracts opportunity. Another key concept Allen introduces is vision. He argues that dreamers are the architects of reality. Every major innovation, enterprise, or movement started as someone's internal vision. If you cannot see expansion mentally, you will not build it physically. Vision expands capacity. It pushes you to learn new skills, meet new people, and pursue larger opportunities. Without vision, your network shrinks to familiarity. For a channel called Network and Cash Flow, this message is essential. Your income ceiling is directly tied to your thinking ceiling. If you think small, you strategize small. If you think big, you position big. However, Allen warns against wishful thinking. Merely fantasizing about wealth without disciplined effort leads nowhere. Thought must be paired with action. The quality of thought determines the quality of action. Right thinking fuels right execution. So how do you apply this book practically? First, audit your dominant thoughts. What do you repeatedly tell yourself about money, success, and opportunity? Are those beliefs empowering or limiting? Second, intentionally replace weak patterns. If you catch yourself thinking in scarcity, deliberately shift to problem-solving mode. Ask, what value can I create? Third, anchor your thinking to a definite purpose. Write down your financial and professional targets. Review them daily. Let your thoughts orbit around them. Fourth, protect your mental environment. The conversations you engage in, the content you consume, the people you surround yourself with, all influence your thinking. Curate carefully. And finally, practice calm discipline. Emotional stability is a competitive advantage in business. The overarching message of As a Man Thinketh is this: mastery of mind is mastery of life. Cash flow is not just a financial mechanism. It is the byproduct of value creation. Value creation is driven by decisions. Decisions are driven by thought. If you want to expand your network, elevate your thinking. If you want to increase income, upgrade your mental models. If you want long-term influence, cultivate disciplined inner dialogue. James Allen's work reminds us that transformation does not begin with capital. It begins with consciousness. Before revenue scales, identity shifts. Before opportunity multiplies, belief expands. Before networks grow, mindset evolves. Your thoughts today are constructing your financial reality tomorrow. So ask yourself, what are you building internally? Because whether you realize it or not, you are planting seeds every single day, and the harvest is inevitable. If this message resonated with you, and you are serious about building stronger networks and sustainable cash flow, then commit to mental discipline starting today. Study your thinking, refine it, direct it with purpose, Success is not accidental. It is cultivated, and it begins in the mind.